to talk about how to use the forward fold sequence and the floating leaf to release the lower back, the QL, the SI joints, everything within this band of energy around the belly. So I'm going to face the camera, face you guys, standing in the center of the mat, push the swing down. Really strong, looking up the whole time. I'm emphasizing this because everyone does this. As soon as you drop your head, your pelvis sinks back, and we're leading with our pelvis in all these poses. Okay, nice strong line of energy coming down through angel wings. Even this, right, we learn how to strengthen through our back. If you need more grip, you can spray your mats to make it grippy. But I'm pushing down strongly, even though other people might be slipping right now. I'm really anchoring and grounding. So just doing a few rounds of coming into angel wings is going to strengthen the lower back. Okay, as long as it's not straining, I highly recommend that you get into that habit. The sit bones lift towards the sky. I drape my hips over the front of the mat. My head is in line with my body, so it's not tucked in. Okay? And then I clasp my elbows and I pull them up to my ears, so I'm stretching and elongating the spine all the way through the armpits and chest. And then when I gently rock from side to side, this is helping to release, lengthen through the hamstrings, of course, releasing the SI joints, opening up the QL. Just doing this. It's really intense on the hip flexors, which is part of the Rolfing series. And you just soften as much as you can to enjoy that deep experience. The rocking is what releases the tension. It's kind of like barbed wires in there, if you guys haven't noticed. So this softens and kind of like kneading dough opens it up. Okay, so let's just go right into the floating leaf. Folded leaf and floating leaf are the same thing. So I'm going to drop onto my forearms and I let my feet float. So all of my weight is right here in the swing. And if I let my head be heavy, my hips relax, my legs are long, my arms are pretty much relaxed as well. I have a little engagement through my shoulders, so I'm not completely collapsed because I want to pull my elbows underneath the shoulders, but really there's no tension in my body at all. Okay? And then I like to pulse, so I let my toes touch down and then I let them lift. We're talking about like a foot or two. So not higher than the hips. So just rocking the pelvis. And then if you want to go into a more advanced version, I like to float, where I pull my hands back away from my toes. And this just adds a big stretch for the upper body. And I'm more engaged in my lower body. But that's an extra thing. Now from here, we can go right into our restorative headstand. Okay? So this is so great. It's the opposite of peaceful warrior. We squeeze our knees together. Right? So our feet are together, knees are together. The hips are suspended. There's a little bit of weight on the crown of my head, but if I pull my knees down, my head lifts up. If my knees come up, my head comes down. So we're playing with the length of the torso and that pivot point. And therefore you can decide how much pressure you want on the hip flexors, or how much hang do you want? I like a lot of hang, but it's a personal choice. Okay, so like I said before, it's really sleepy for a lot of people in that place where the hamstring meets and inserts into the sit bone. So all of the cat's meow with the knee to nose and all of this is starting to activate this part of the body. So usually what I'll do is I'll just, if somebody comes in with an injury, I'll just pulse, 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 staying lifted in the upper body, really getting that activation through the legs. Now that is a strong practice, so I only do it with people who are ready for that kind of strengthening. But that ultimately is going to help strengthen the lower back, get the whole back body doing what it's supposed to be doing, get the glutes involved. Okay, and then the one-legged down dog is opening up the back of the legs, which obviously the glutes and the hamstrings are the culprits for lower back pain, so you have to work all of those together. Okay, so one leg stretch, let's even it out. So after I do my cat meow with one leg lifts, I go right into one-legged down dog. Okay, from there, up dog to upside down dog. This is much more of an upper body practice, but there's still an emphasis on releasing the lower back here. But mainly I practice these for the upper body strength. See how much further I am above my mat and pulling? My arms are really working. And then our more advanced headstand. Okay, in the more advanced headstand, I'm just stacking. I'm pushing my forearms in. There's more weight on the crown of the head. And my knees are squeezing together, but my feet are hooked. Now you can have the knees wide, but like naturally, from my world, the knees want to come together, which again is spreading the sacrum, opening up the SI joints, and relieving the lumbar spine. Okay, tractioning the spine out of the pelvis to create space for the vertebrae. We can return to the restorative floating leaf, just letting the toes dangle towards the floor. Down dog, happy dog, is even wagging the tail, just like we did in our swagger, opens it all up, and then pulling forward. So nice long lines of energy, and then coming back through angel wings again. Make sure this is how people come in and out of the swing, so they're learning how to use their back muscles, pressing with their hips. This is opening everything up. Yeah, you're welcome.